Hello everyone and welcome to this new amazing video where we are going to explore the possibilities of ChatGPT, which is an OpenAI source that can basically write you a story if you just prompt it with a topic that is good enough. Every normal human being will use it to write some essay, a work, because people are just lazy. But today we are going to try and see how how far can we actually get to a flippin' romantic fantasy with characters from Overwatch 2. So I did some tests before, but we can test it right now. So we're going to prompt it with write a story about Tracer from Overwatch 2. Or from Overwatch, just to make it simpler. So write a story about Tracer from Overwatch. We're going to press enter and we're going to see what the computer spits out. So, as I said, I tested this feature before and everything should work fine. We're gonna get a story about our beloved Tracer from Overwatch. So let's see what we have. So as you can see, or as you can read quicker than me, the story is basically on point. It's not a real story, it's of course made up, but the AI uses the internet as a source and all the data that was accumulated from previous users to actually create this story. So you can see the dimension of pulse pistols, the time skipping, that she is a thrill seeker, everything is on point. And it's just basically a great tool to create some funny scenarios. So we are going to take this to an extreme level. We're going to pause that. And we're going to try and get into the I don't know how to say it, into kind of the weird, kind of a dark territory, and we're just going to prompt it with one word. So we're going to write a story again, write a story, but this time we're gonna use an adjective, write a romantic story, alright? And we're going to choose something else, not Tracer, let's leave Tracer alone, there's already enough romantic stuff about Tracer online. So write a romantic story about Doomfist from Overwatch and President Obama. Everything's on point. Write a romantic story about Doomfist from Overwatch and President Obama. Let's see what the AI is capable of, really. So I hope we're gonna get something very basic because it's actually very simple. It's a very simple topic. So let's see. As the sun set over the White House, President Obama sat at his desk, staring out the window at the Washington Monument in the distance. He had just finished a long day of meetings and was looking forward to a quiet evening. But as he was about to stand up and leave his office, there was a knock at the door. He opened it to find Doomfist, the infamous villain from the popular video game Overwatch, standing before him. Doomfist, Obama said, then taken aback. "What are you doing here?" "I have come to challenge you, President Obama," Doomfist said, his powerful voice echoing through the room. "I have come to test your strength and determination." Obama was confused. "I don't understand," he said. "What do you want from me?" "I want to see if you are worthy of being the leader of this great nation," Doomfist said. "I want to see if you have what it takes to defend your people against the forces of evil." Obama was skeptical, but he knew that he couldn't back down from a challenge. He nodded and said, "Very well, Doomfist. Let us see what you've got." With that, Doomfist attacked, unleashing a flurry of powerful punches and kicks. But Obama was ready, and he expertly dodged and countered each of Doomfist's moves. The two battled fiercely, each determined to emerge victorious. As the fight raged on, Obama began to see that Doomfist was not just a ruthless villain, but a complex and deeply troubled individual. He felt a strange connection to the man and a sudden desire to help him. "Doomfist," Obama said, as they paused to catch their breath, "I know you are a strong and capable warrior, but you don't have to fight alone. Let me help you. Let me be your ally." Doomfist was taken aback by Obama's words. He had never been offered help before, only fear and hatred, but as he looked into Obama's eyes, he saw nothing different. Compassion and understanding. "Very well, President Obama," Doomfist said, extending his hand. "I accept your offer of alliance." And with that, the two powerful men joined forces, combining their strength and determination to protect the world from evil. As they fought side by side, they also found themselves growing closer, drawn together by their shared sense of justice and their growing feeling for one another. Despite the dangers they faced, Obama and Doomfist found happiness and love in each other's arms. And as they stood together, united against the forces of darkness, they knew that their bond was unbreakable and that their love was strong enough to conquer even the most formidable of foes. Wow, that's a mouthful. So, let's just digest this story very quickly. So basically, as you can see, the AI is holy moly powerful. It already knows that President Obama lives in a Washington Monument, in the White House. He already knows that Doomfist is a villain, Overwatch character. He already included some fighting, so I don't know, Obama is apparently a fighter now. And what scares me the most is that he's on par with Doomfist, apparently. And yeah, it's just a great story. I don't know what else to say. It's very creative. It's very it's very detailed. It's very deep. And what is the best? And what I did not mention yet is that you can continue this story. So we can be the masters of this little universe that has been created between Obama and Doomfist, and add some spices. Like add an erotic segment, and let's see where this will get us. I hope it will not get us demonetized or something, but let's just see what AI will bring up with this. So it's going to try to continue on what it already has. So we ended the fight, they joined the forces, and now it's going to try to add that erotic segment that I very nicely asked for. So it's thinking, you know, trying to digest what is going on in the background and adding even more data from behind. But now we have the story spitted out. So let us see. As the battle raged on, Obama and Doomfist found themselves growing closer and closer despite their initial mistrust of one another. They quickly formed a deep bond united by their shared sense of justice and their growing attraction. Ooh, spicy. After a particularly intense fight, the two men found themselves alone in a secluded room, panting and covered in sweat. They looked at each other, their eyes full of desire, and without a word they fell into each other's arms. They kissed passionately, their bodies and twisted as they explored. Oh, goddammit, we have an error. But let's see what we have. They kissed passionately, their bodies untwisted as they explored each other's muscles and scars. They stripped off each other's clothes, their hands roving hungrily over their hands roving hungrily over every inch of exposed skin. As they kissed, Doomfist's cybernetic hand... Oh my god, this is gonna get intense. Doomfist's cybernetic hand roved over Obama's chest, causing sparks of pleasure to shoot through his body. Obama moaned as Doomfist's powerful body pressed against his own. Their muscles straining as they moved together. They fell onto the bed, their bodies writhing and twisting as they gave themselves over to their desire. Obama felt Doomfist's muscular legs wrap around his own, pulling him closer as they kissed deeply. They made love for hours, their passion and desire driving them to heights of pleasure they had never experienced before. As they lay together afterwards, tangled in the sheets and each other's arms, they knew that they had found something special and rare in each other, a true and unbreakable bond. Wow, I literally cannot imagine someone drawing this scenario. But yeah, we got an error. So, an error occurs naturally because many people are using this site. That's why I don't recommend anyone using this site, because it's overflown with people. That's natural. We're also at the very peak hours of today's day, literally. And yeah, I don't think we're going to go on with this story any longer. But this content may violate. This is an error. It's just a story, right? Everyone knows it's a story. But you know, see where this can go. So let's try again, but this time make it more twisted, okay? So we have finished our little erotic story between Doomfist from Overwatch and Obama, the President of the United States. So now let's take it to the extremes. I know you guys like video games because that's what you came for in my channel. So let's combine these two characters. So write a story. Oh, not a story. Write a very romantic, once again, story about Steve from Minecraft. And I don't know, let's maybe not make it homosexual again. So let's make it with caps as well, so it's easier for the AI to pick up, from Minecraft, and Mercy from Overwatch. And let's see what the AI let's see what AI comes up with now this time. So write a very romantic story about Steve from Minecraft and Mercy from Overwatch. So these are two separate games, but as I experimented before, the AI is capable of combining literally anything. And as you can actually see in the previous example, it even combined Doomfist with President Obama. So let us begin our story with Steve from Minecraft and Mercy from Overwatch. Once upon a time, in the magical land of Minecraft, there lived a brave and adventurous young man named Steve. Steve was known throughout the land for his daring deeds and kind heart, and he was loved by all who knew him. One day, Steve was wandering through the beautiful forests of his world when he came across a strange and wonderful creature. She was a beautiful angel with long golden hair and wings that shone like the sun. Her name was Mercy, and she was from a far-off land called Overwatch. Mercy had come to Minecraft on a mission of peace and love, and she was touched by Steve's kindness and bravery. Despite their differences, the two of them quickly became inseparable, and before long, they fell deeply in love. Steve and Mercy spent many happy days together exploring the wonders of their world and sharing their deepest thoughts and feelings. They faced many challenges and dangers along the way, but they always stood strong, united by their love for each other. Eventually, Steve and Mercy knew that they could not be apart any longer, and they decided to spend the rest of their days together. They built a beautiful castle in the heart of the forest, where they lived happily ever after. Their love was a shining beacon in the world of Minecraft, and they were known and loved by all. Steve and Mercy proved that love knows no boundaries, and that with determination and courage, anything is possible. So this is a very wholesome and cute story, actually, so let's ruin it. Add, again, an erotic segment, and let's ruin everything. Boom! We are the devil. We are the devil writer today, ladies and gentlemen, and let's see how can we ruin this wholesome and nice story with just adding straight up sex into this. One day, Steve and Mercy were sitting in their castle, enjoying a quiet moment together. The sun was shining through the windows, casting a warm and golden light over the room. Suddenly, Steve turned to Mercy and took her hand in his. "My love," he said, "I have never felt this way about anyone before. I want to be with you forever, to cherish you and protect you always." Mercy's heart fluttered with excitement, and she leaned in to kiss him gently on the lips. I just imagined it in my head. It's very bad. It's very bad. "I feel the same way, my darling," she said. "I want to be with you always, to share in your adventures and to support you through all of life's challenges." They sat in each other's arms for a moment, lost in their love. Then Steve stood up and took Mercy's hand. "Come with me," he said, leading her to the bedroom. Once there, they lay down on the soft, warm bed, and Steve began to gently caress? I don't know this word, I'm sorry. Gently caress Mercy's body. She sighed with pleasure, feeling his strong hands on him. And we have another error, but whatever, let's finish this story. He kissed her neck and her shoulders, and then moved down to her breasts, where he lingered, teasing and tantalizing her. Mercy moaned with desire, her body burning with passion. Steve moved lower, kissing her stomach and her thighs, until he reached the apex of her desire. He looked up at her, his eyes full of love and lust, and then he began to pleasure her with his mouth. The block. Mercy gasped with pleasure, her body writhing in ecstasy. She clutched at the sheets, her moans growing louder and louder. Finally, Steve could wait no longer. He climbed on top of Mercy and entered her. Their bodies moving together in perfect harmony. They made love for... I don't know why I just add up. They made love for 4 hours. I don't know why. They made love for hours, their passion and love for each other burning brighter and brighter with each passing moment. At last, they collapsed onto the bed, exhausted but happy. They lay there for a long time, holding each other close, feeling the warmth and love between them. They knew that their love was stronger than anything in the world of Minecraft, and that they would face any challenge together. United by their passion and devotion, Steve and Mercy were truly the most romantic couple in all the land. And even though we added some questionable segments into this story, it still ends up very wholesome and nice, which is amazing. And overall, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I'm not going to torture you any longer with these fantasies or or just straight up very nice stories, you know, because this segment is very wholesome. And as I said, this AI is capable of very many things than just this. So if you would like to see another one of these kinds of episodes, then make sure to like and maybe subscribe on your way here. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so every little subscriber counts right now. Sorry, English isn't my first language, I apologize. But as I said, that's going to be it for today's episode. Once again, thank you so much for sticking with me till the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!